What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an EP review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new EP from the band Calcemia, entitled The Unburning Flame. This is self-released. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Los Angeles, California, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, technical, morbid style of death metal. Yeah. This band is pretty new in many ways, shapes, and forms. I've been hearing a lot of really awesome things about this particular band, most notably due to the fact that I've been pretty close friends with one of the guitar players of this project for the last couple of years by the name of Jake. He's a really, really cool guy, and I've gotten to see him progress as a songwriter and as a person. And this band that he's been playing in has been getting lots and lots of attention in the form of writing music, playing live shows, and overall making a name for themselves, because this band pretty much started off small, basically just two people, and then from two people it morphed into four, and it represents the full lineup that represents Calcemia today. And their style of death metal is pretty much something that's reminiscent of the early days of Finnish death metal, with just a little bits and hints of jazz fusion and other sorts of stuff outside of extreme music. And I like the approach that this band goes for. In addition to the fact that they pretty much take inspiration from interpretations of death, so to speak, ways of death and how things work out and pan out. And I think that their songwriting and lyric writing approaches work out very well here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the very first official release from this band in the form of this 6-track EP entitled The Unburning Flame. It's 6 tracks, and it clocks in at around 28 minutes in length, and pretty much, excuse me, this is one of those newer bands in extreme metal that you really are going to want to have to pay attention to, because as I feel as the years go by and progress, this band is only going to be getting better and better and more I expect this band to get a lot more notoriety in the coming years ahead with their style of death metal, because it just really sounds like what death metal should be like. Intelligent, smart, straight to the point, and just lots and lots of great music to be heard here. I love the guitar playing done on this EP. There is just a lot of really awesome songwriting going on here with the 6 songs that are on here, especially on the opening track, De Humani Corpora Fabrica. Just a really awesome way to get the ball rolling. Lots and lots of killer riffs, a lot of good chords, and then going on to tracks like Ingvar's Lament, and then the closing track, Tower of Silence. You get some really, really awesome guitar riffs going on here. There's also parts where you hear that almost jazz fusion influence go in certain parts, a little bit of a progressive tinge. I think it sounds really good, and it adds to the overall depth and nuance of the guitar riff and playing. Really, really good stuff. I love that this album also has that sort of DIY sort of approach and ethic when it comes to the sound and overall quality of things. Of course, there's a really good sound and quality in this overall EP, but you can definitely tell that this is done straight from the heart. This doesn't feel too clean or overproduced. It feels just right. I love the way that this EP sounds. The bass work on here is very good, very clean, very clear, very audible, definitely accustoming to the guitar riffs that are on this record. I think it's very, very awesome. The drum work on here is very good too. You get a lot of fills, a lot of blasts, a lot of great creativity and endurance and variety here with this drum performance, especially for some of the lengthier tracks that are on here. Descent into Suffering, 12 Gates of Night, the closing track on here, Tower of Silence. I would have to say the last track on this EP is probably my favorite of the bunch. A lot of great creativity with the music going on, especially when it comes to this drum performance. You also, once again, get that sort of jazz-infused sort of accents going on in bits and spurts here with this drum performance, but I think it's really awesome to listen to. And the vocals are pretty good too. Pretty different from your typical sort of death metal vocal style. You get a lot of aggressive sort of growls, but the way everything is worded and layered and detailed works out very well here. Once again, going to that Finnish death metal sort of influence going on here. I love this vocal delivery. It can be understandable at one point, and at certain other points it can sound a little bit more guttural or register. But I really like the vocal creativity, excuse me, the vocal creativity and delivery going on here with these tracks. And once again, going to the lyrical themes of this album, I love that they're so experimental and creative with the storytelling and how they deliver the songs on here, especially songs like Ingvar's Lament and Tower of Silence. Just some seriously killer songwriting and lyric writing going on with those particular songs. So overall, if you're into death metal, Finnish death metal that has experimental influences going for it, Calcemia is a band that really definitely deserves to have your attention paid to it. I expect big things to come from this band within the coming years, and I really think that every single one of you who are subscribed to my channel should go listen to this band and check them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this EP and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Calcemia Bandcamp page where you can stream this EP in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally. Le Fleur du Mal Productions put out the tape version of this EP. I don't know if there are any available copies left. If there are, I will link you to their web store where you can purchase a tape copy. And of course, what I have in my hand is the CD, Pro CDR version done directly by the band. Very DIY sort of roots going on here. You have lyrics inside, band photos, credits. Really love this artwork. Very awesome stuff. So again, the EP is the Unburning Flame by Calcemia. This is self-released on CD and is available on tape through Le Fleur du Mal Productions. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very impressive death metal, and the future is very much looking bright for Calcemia. So if you've happened to have heard this EP, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Calcemia, let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Armijo out.